This is a Keppi Bench6000, made to compete with budget benches from more premium companies like the REP Nighthawk. Keppi, who is a budget home gym manufacturer, created the Keppi Bench6000 as their top-of-the-line premium bench. We'll see how those two benches stack up later in the video. After using the Keppi Bench6000 for a few months, I ultimately decided to replace my previous adjustable bench with the Keppi Bench6000. There's actually one major reason why I decided to switch. Watch till the end to find out why. I'm sure you guys have already watched a ton of reviews on the Keppi Bench6000 and heard about all the great things about this bench, so let's start off with all the downsides and negatives of the Keppi Bench6000. The first main problem I had was with the packaging. I noticed a few other reviewers also have this problem, but my box came with a hole in one side of it. And also because of the packaging, one of the metal pieces for the bench ended up being bent coming right out of the box. And while I don't know if this was caused by the shipper who was FedEx, it seems to be a reoccurring problem with a few other reviewers that I've seen. So this is definitely something that Keppi could work on. The foam in the upper padding could be slightly firmer. I wish that it would rebound just a little quicker. The foam in the bottom padding is actually fine. It rebounds right away. Whereas the foam up here, it takes a while to rebound. The pad gap is about 2 inches long. The bench has these super nice premium knobs, and even on the leg holder it has this nicer Keppi inscribed one, but for some reason they have this one just super cheap plastic knob on the leg holder. Lastly, for negatives, Keppi used just a small ribbon with staples to cover where the backing meets the padding, and I think they could have just come up with a better solution. I'd be worried about the longevity and just how easily this ribbon could get snagged and maybe break. And really, those are all the negatives or downsides that I have for this bench. And really, I'm not even complaining about those things. I'm just kind of pointing them out just to be transparent for what you're getting with the Keppi Bench6000. Knowing that this is a budget bench, so let's move forward and get into the positives and just what I like about this bench. I'm not going to go over all the specs and details of this bench. You can look at the spec sheet or the sales sheet online, but I'll go over my personal experience with it and some things that I like about it. Let's get into it. So of course the Keppi bench is going to be fully adjustable. It can't decline, so the lowest it's going to go is flat, but you can adjust it all the way up to the highest angle of 85 degrees. The seat is also very adjustable, with the highest setting being 30 degrees and the lowest being 37 degrees. And then the cool thing is you can also adjust the top to be 37. And now with this configuration, you just have a straight bench at an angle, which is something I haven't seen in a lot of other benches. Just a super cool configuration. The Keppi bench does everything you would expect an adjustable bench to do. Some benefits are it does meet IPF standards, so this makes it great for bench presses. And then with the addition of the leg attachment, it allows you to do exercises like a decline sit-up. And then also the other benefit is going to be the arm pads. If you attach the arm pads, it just makes it so you don't need something like a preacher curl pad, and you can do bicep curls using this bench. You can see that Keppi put a lot of attention to detail into this bench just to make the bench feel more premium. There's laser cut Keppi logos all over the bench. The knobs are super nice. You can see this super nice knurled handle. Down here, there are more Keppi engraved logos. And even on the top, there's more Keppi logos. They really tried to make the bench feel like a premium bench, and I think they succeeded in that. As for Go Home Gym, you know I need to tinker around and mess with all of my home gym equipment to get the most out of it. So one small hack I did find was if you remove the leg holder attachment, take this part out, and then put this straight back in, like that, you can actually use it as a leg holder for lat pull down. Keep in mind that this doesn't really work if you're trying to pull super heavy because only the weight of the bench is holding you down, but it does work pretty adequately well for just lighter lat pull downs. If you were to look at the Keppi Bench design, you can see that it took a lot of design and inspiration from the REP Nighthawk, which coincidentally I think is probably the main competitor for this bench. I think if I were to choose between both the benches, I think I would probably choose a REP Nighthawk, just because it has better padding. The padding is a lot grippier, and while it doesn't feel more premium, it definitely has a more quality feel and feels more durable. But if price was in the picture, I think I would definitely choose the Keppi Bench, because overall you save $100, you're getting the functionality of the REP Nighthawk and 90% of the quality of the REP Nighthawk. And thirdly, you get the addition of all the added benefits of the leg attachment and the arm pad attachments, which the Nighthawk doesn't give you. So if you're on a budget, I think the Keppi definitely reigns supreme over the REP Nighthawk. Here's my current bench, the REP AB 3100, and here's the Keppi 6000. So I'm actually going to replace my REP bench with the Keppi 6000. And of course, this is a more expensive bench. The quality is way better. There's accessories, so there's way more functionality to it. But the main reason I'm going to switch is just the overall durability of it. This bench, you see, there's a lot of side-to-side movement to it, whereas the Keppi bench has almost no side-to-side movement. And I can definitely feel it when I'm doing bench press. So that's the main reason I'm gonna switch. The other main reason is it's just a little wider. I mean, as simple as that. I wanted a more sturdy bench, and this satisfies everything I need. And additionally, it has attachments to do even more than I want it to. So that's the main reason I'm gonna switch to the Keppi 6000. So who is the Keppi bench for? I think it's really for someone who wants the best budget bench, but doesn't want to move into that upper echelon of high quality benches. It's $100 less than the REP Nighthawk, which just puts it at the perfect price point. I think if Keppi was to make this bench $450, I think it would lose out to the Nighthawk. Being $100 less, that's a very competitive price. And being at about $350, it's a little more than the very, very budget benches, but at that price point, I think it's worth paying the extra $50, $100 to get the quality that this bench has. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Keppi Bench 6000. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. This is Frugal Home Gym, and I'm out. Thank you.